Okay, welcome back. We're still discussing open source investigations. We, in our last segment, talked about Google and how to remove yourself from Google Maps as a good starting place, and how to do a quotation mark search for yourself or another subject for that matter, and try to get a feel or an idea for just how big your cyber footprint is, your presence on the internet. And then find a place where, a starting place where you can begin to remove some of that information. One of the things that might pop up is Spokeo. Spokeo.com is a people finder. And as you can see by the splash page here for Spokeo.com, it's all about helping long-lost sisters find each other. It's really a beautiful, sweet thing. We also can use it to find bad guys, and just like Google, bad guys can use it to find you. So again, go to Spokeo.com, follow along if you want, and you just want to put your name in there in the search bar. Again, I would do it with quotes, I would do it without quotes. And I start off by doing it in quotes, and it'll look for any instance of your name that appears within the Spokeo.com database. It'll typically show up on a map of the various areas where you may have lived in the past, or somebody with your name. And so what you want to do is go down that list that appears there on the left-hand side of the screen of all the potential hits for your name and your address locations. And they kind of correspond to the points on the map, and so you can get an idea about how much Spokeo knows about you. Ultimately, you're going to want to click on those one at a time. And in the address bar, the URL section of your browser, you're going to put your cursor up there and you're going to drag across and highlight it where it's circled red up there at the top. You're going to right-click and copy or Control-C so that you can basically put that address into memory. And you're going to paste it again later from your clipboard into another location that we're going to show you. But you need to, for each location that's a positive hit for you, we're going to have to copy that URL address bar. You may have to do this step several times for each of those positive hits. I understand that Spokeo only allows you to redact up to 5 hits, up to 5 locations or listings. And so you want to start with the most current address, the one where you currently reside, and make sure that one's not there, and then work your way backwards until the information is either all gone or it's old enough that it really doesn't affect your safety if somebody were to find it. So we've copied that address bar. Now we've got to go find the Spokeo.com privacy page. And the only link to the privacy page is a very small, very obscure link way down at the bottom of the home page. Down there on the very bottom is what's called a footer for the web page, and it's got a bunch of very small print links, and those small print links will take you to the more obscure parts of the web page. But that may be useful, and that's kind of that's the fine print, right? So you've got to click on the privacy link down there in the footer area of the Spokeo.com webpage. That privacy link will take you to the page that looks similar to this that's displayed. Now the privacy page has all of their terms and agreements and their policy, and you may have to scroll way down through their privacy page in order to find the link that we're looking for on the privacy page. And that link is the opt-out link, and it is displayed here. And the opt-out link is actually just a very small nondescript link. It's blue text. Again, one can't help but think that maybe Spokeo doesn't really want you to find this link buried on this obscure page way down at the bottom in little tiny fine print. And for obvious reasons, they make their money by being data aggregators, and if everybody opted out, they wouldn't stay in business. So you click on the opt-out link, and it should take you to this page. This is the opt-out page. Again, very obscure. The only way to get to this page is to either know this URL address and type it in, or navigate to the opt-out link that we just showed you. So now, right in the middle of the page there for the opt-out is profile URL. Right, and that's not really clear, abundantly clear what they mean by that, but what they mean by that is that listing that identified your name and address that you clicked on earlier and that you highlighted the URL and copied it. Now you're going to paste that into this particular link that you see right up here, or the field that you see up there. Just paste that www.spokeo.com/search/ in my case, Frank Griffiths. And so you're going to put that in there. You're going to want to put in your email address right under that, because Spokeo is going to email you to confirm that, are you sure you really want to remove your information from our database? Why would you want to do that? How dare you take information away from us? They're going to try to talk you out of it, of course. Right below that, you have to fill out the I'm not a robot CAPTCHA box, and then at the very bottom is a button that says remove this listing. So you have to do that for each of the listings that appear on that first page when you did that search and got those search results. Now, Spokeo is going to send you an email. Check your email. You might have to look in the spam box or in the junk mail box and see if it appears in there. But they should send it to you relatively quickly, and then click on the confirmation link down at the bottom that says, yes, I want to remove this information from your database. And so once you click on that, it should be gone. That should be it. All right, so let's take a quick Spokeo.com review. Number one, after you find your identity in Spokeo, what do you need to highlight and copy? If you said the address bar for each listing, then you're correct. For each listing that identifies your name and address, copy the address bar for that page. What are we going to do with it? What are we going to do with that? Well, we need to go to another page. It's the opt-out page. How do you find that link? Where is that little obscure opt-out link? Do you remember the name of the page and how to get there? If you said the privacy page, you're correct. How do you find it? All the way down at the bottom of the home page in the footer links. Okay, so good. We're on the right track. All right. Once you're on the opt-out page, what do you need to do? This goes back to question number one. You copied that address bar. Now you're going to paste it into the page URL field, and then fill out the rest of the information and hit submit. So you're on your way, almost done. After you click the remove this listing button, what's the next step? If you said check my email, you are correct. Check your email for that link that Spokeo.com sent you. You may have to look in your spam filter or in your junk filter. Excuse me. And then click the link that says yes, please remove this information, and you should be good to go. Now remember, you can remove up to 5 listings. Start with the most current one, and remember that if you use your current home address to fill out any other paperwork after you redact your Spokeo.com information, then that information for any kind of financial loans, financial transfers, wire transfers, anything like that, large transactions, any internet purchases, anytime you use your credit card, anytime that you put your information out there in a financial transaction, potentially, if it's linked to your home address, then Spokeo could find you again. And you have to do this process all over again, and I'm not sure what their statute of limitations, so to speak, is before you can remove another 5 links. So that's Spokeo in a nutshell. We'll stay tuned for the next segment. Thanks for watching.